Hey guys, welcome back to Awakening by Truth. Today's topic that I thought would be really good to talk about is just like never giving up on your dreams, your hopes, your ambitions, and not letting fear push you back in life. I feel like a lot of times like we can get in our own heads and I'll speak for myself, like judge ourselves and think that we're not good enough for something, or that could never be me. I could never do that. I'm not good enough to do something like that. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. You are good enough to do whatever you want in this life, whatever you can in this life. And you really can do anything. That's something we need to remember. Like, we really can manifest anything that we want in this life. Like, I'll share my story a little bit. So I've went through a lot of crazy things in life, with substance abuse, drugs. I mean, all kinds of crazy things. And I remember like being a little kid, like when the counselor would talk to you at school, like, what do you want to do with your life? And I always had this like thing in the back of my head that I would love to be like a counselor, helping people, or some kind of therapist, a psychologist, something in that realm, right? But I had very low self-esteem as a child. I was bullied, but I also once I got older and got friends, I bullied others. I gave in with the crowd and allowed others to be bullied because I was just so happy that I was being accepted and not being bullied anymore. And I've made terrible mistakes. So I think what we forget, right, is we're supposed to make mistakes in life. It's all about how we learn from them. And I realized that at the time it was a defense mode for me. Like, I was protecting myself. So I was selfish. I didn't care about other people and their feelings. Should I have? Yes. But I can't go back in time and change it. I can change my character now and who I am now. And I can raise my daughter, to be a good person and to not make those same mistakes that I did. I can't go back in time and change any of it. But just using that as an example, I had this dream, right? But then so many things happened after the dream, and I thought, oh, well, you're worthless. You're not good enough. You don't deserve to be a therapist. You're not a good person. You didn't treat people right. And you know what? Is that the case now? In today's day and age, it doesn't matter who I was in the past or the mistakes I made. All that matters is that I'm not making those same mistakes now. And I treat everybody with respect. I'm kind to everybody. And, it doesn't matter the person I was in the past, or especially the person that I became when I was using substances, right? Because that'll completely change you. It'll completely change your personality. It'll make you do things you never thought you would do. So that's what I try to remember now. And I try to stop judging myself, because as humans, we will punish ourselves for the same mistake over and over and over, and make ourselves suffer or think that we're not worthy of good things because of that one wrong choice we made or that one mistake we made. And that shouldn't define who we are as a person. All that matters is who you're trying to be today, not what you did in the past. And you're worthy of following your dreams. And that's something I'm realizing now. And now I'm in college in my 30s, and I'm on the path of becoming a therapist. And it's going to take a while. Maybe had I got my shit together in my 20s instead of using drugs for so long and crying about the past and judging myself for all the things I did in the past, I let myself suffer for so many years. Maybe I would already be a therapist by now, but I can't go back in time. I already made that mistake. I already made that decision and did those things in my 20s. And now I should be grateful enough that I'm figuring it out in my 30s. And that's okay. And if you're figuring out in your 40s, 50s, it doesn't matter. Figure it out before life is over. Figure it out before it's too late. And that's what I'm doing now. And I'm following my dreams. I'm in school. I just, whatever your dream is, just go for it and do it. That's what I want to say. Like, if there's something that you want to do in life or be in life, then go for it, and know that you're worthy of being that thing, and that you are good enough and you are smart enough. If your intuition is telling you that something is meant for you, or you think you have a certain purpose, then go for it. And if you change, if you say you get into school, say you always thought your purpose was to be a nurse or doctor, you get into school and you realize, I don't think this is for me. It's okay to second guess your purpose. You're going to figure it out in time. It's okay to switch your major and go for something else. It's not too late. Just because you started doing that thing. Like, I have a friend, and I hope she's listening now. She thought she wanted to be a nurse, got into school for it, realized, I don't think I want to do this. She didn't give up. She didn't say, oh, I'm done with school, I'm done with everything, I need to figure it out. No, she did her research, figured out something else. Okay, well, I can still be in the medical field. I don't have to be a nurse. How about I be an ultrasound tech? They make really good money. I love babies. I think that would be more of a better fit for me. And she switched up her major and got into the ultrasound tech program. And now she's an ultrasound tech to this day. You can change your dream at times too. Don't just give up just because you get into school. Like I did medical assistant school, right? Like all my aunts are nurses. I thought that was the wave, like be a nurse. Until I did it and, I took out the loan, I got into school and completed it and I started working in the field and I just realized like, I don't know. I feel like I'm meant for something else. I didn't know what it was at the time. And like I said, there was years of substance abuse. I had to get my shit together and get my life together before I could even get close to my purpose. But I started over and I'm in school now in my 30s. Medical assistant wasn't for me. I figured out what my passion is. It's helping others. And that's why I applied, got a job at a rehab, had no experience besides like being somebody that struggled with drugs myself and, got clean off of crack and heroin and got her life together. That was the only experience I had. And guess what? I got the job. And it was the best thing to ever happen to me. And then it pushed me to even go further into my dreams. And now I'm in school to be a therapist and I'm finally feel like I'm moving towards my purpose. And I don't think that's my only purpose is being a therapist. I think there's so much more. It's this podcast. I could see myself being some kind of reporter because I'm really good at asking questions. Like, yes, I'm in school to be a therapist and that is the goal, but I think there's more to my purpose too. And I'm slowly figuring it out. And everybody should figure that out in this life and feel worthy of figuring that out. Like whatever you want to do in your life, please do it. Because one day you're gonna hit it, you're gonna get older, time's gonna go on, you're gonna be on your deathbed and however old you are, 80s, 90s, 100s, and you're gonna regret like, wow, I let all this time pass and I didn't do everything I wanted to do in life. And now it's too late. I don't want to be that person doing that, having regrets. That's why I'm really pushing myself. Am I tired all the time? Yes. I work full time. I'm in school. I have a daughter. Thank you, God, that I'm so blessed that I have so much help from family with my daughter so that I'm able to still pursue my dreams. Thank you to my amazing, beautiful family for all they do. I know not everybody has that much help and stuff, but even if I didn't have help with her, I'm going to make my dreams happen. I wait till she gets to bed and I record at night. We tend to make up a lot of excuses in life. Oh, I can't do this because this, and that. I'm already doing this, and this. And that's how we never get to where we want to be because we make up so many excuses, or we think that people are just born this way. Like they just wake up and, become famous or become a famous motivational speaker or a famous singer or artist. Like, no, that's how the system tricks us. Any of us can do it. These people were once normal people themselves. Eminem, Lil Wayne, all of them. But the difference is they worked hard. They didn't give up. They didn't just get all these things handed to them. And any of us can do what they did and get where they're at. All these people that got where they are is because they worked hard every single day. And that's something I need to remember. Like today, I'll just use an example. Like, I already didn't get an episode out last week, and my goal was to at least get one episode out a week. I mean, my real goal is to eventually be posting episodes every day or every other day. But I'm going to try not to apply too much pressure to myself. Yes, I'm in school. Yes, I'm working full time. I have a kid. I go to the trainer twice a week. I'm trying to do a lot of things at once, and sometimes I do feel burnout. But I have the time every day to at least get a 10-minute episode in. And that's what I'm trying to remember. And not make up excuses like, oh, I got assignments to do, I got this and that. Okay, you do a 10-minute episode and then you do your assignments. You get your daughter to bed, get everything out for the next day, and then you do an episode, or vice versa. You do the episode for 10 minutes, then you get everything ready for tomorrow. Like, I can't keep making up these excuses or I'm not going to get where I want to be. And I didn't get an episode out last week because I got really busy. My week filled up, but could I have found 10 minutes on the weekend or something? Yes. I made up some excuses. And then today, I had it all planned to do this episode, and some things happened that got in the way. Animals are like family to us, and my cat that my parents were taking care of for me. I have 2 cats now in my apartment, but I had a cat when I was living at my parents', and when I moved into my boyfriend's, the cat stayed with my parents because I thought, he would get like a little spooked out and stuff. So I thought like he's not going to want to move. He's comfortable there. And my parents stayed and took care of him. And I found out today at the last minute he had to get put down. And I've been very upset, crying for hours even before this episode, because the animals are like family. Like that was like my baby, and I kind of felt like maybe I failed him a little bit because I didn't, like, once I got settled in at my apartment, I didn't bring him here. I kind of kept him under my parents' responsibility, and I felt like I abandoned him, and I'm being really hard on myself. And I could have used that as an excuse not to do an episode today. Yes, do I deserve a day to like mourn? Yeah, but then something might come up tomorrow or the next day, and my week might fill up and I might get busy. Like I had it set that I was doing this episode today, so I did what I had to do. I cried, and I can cry again when this episode gets done. I'm not over it. My cat passed away, yes, but I still have to put out this episode because this is one of my dreams, is for this podcast to blow up. And to, I help my clients all day at work, working in the mental health field, but I want to reach more people in the world. That is a huge goal of mine. So if I just keep making up excuses every day not to post, because something's going to happen all the time. Life is going to have obstacles. People are going to die. Things are going to happen, and it's hard. Life is hard. There's so many things going on in the world that mess me up in the head and confuse me and that make me so angry, but they're all out of my control. So what am I going to do? Cry about these things and not follow my dreams? Because that's what they want. They want us to be stuck in the box. They don't want us to be great. They don't want us to... The rich don't want other people to get rich. They want to think that they're the only ones with the secrets and that know everything. They don't want other people to get big. They don't want us to figure out that any of us can do this just by posting on YouTube. So why am I going to let them win? Because I'm going through things in life. We're all going through things, but I made sure I still found time. I get my cries out, and then I'm going to post this episode because I'm not going to give up on my dreams. And you shouldn't either. Doesn't matter what you go through in life. And if you go through something really harsh, a family member passes away, it's okay to take a break for a few weeks. I'm not saying that. I took a break for a semester of school because I was going through some things. And that's why I made sure I took 2 classes this summer, because I'm like, okay, well, I took a break, but I can't let that break turn into me giving up on my dream to become a therapist. Okay, you took a break a semester, don't do it again. I'm so close, 7 more classes, and I have my associates in psychology, and then I can finally push towards the bachelor's. And it's a slow process, and taking that little break might have screwed me up a little bit because I probably would be a lot closer to graduation right now, but I can't harp on that. I already made that choice. I took a break, but I'm not giving up. That's what I won't do. I'm going to keep going until I get that degree, and I don't care how long it takes me. So that's what I'm just trying to tell you guys, like, please follow your dreams. Don't let fear hold you back in life. If I let fear hold me back, I wouldn't be in this job I'm in now. Because when I first got the job, like, a lot of my family members were worried, like, well, because I started off working in housing, like I worked my way up. Now I'm the intake coordinator and all that, working in clinical, but I started off working in housing as a behavior tech. And my family's like, well, what if you see drugs and you get triggered and you realize, like, all these what ifs, right? Of course, because they just care about me. They worry. Any parent's going to worry about their kid. And I almost listened. I almost turned the job down. And can you imagine if I did? I was comfortable at my other job, working in collections on the phones. It was a good job, great people. But I wouldn't have all I have now. The fulfillment I feel at my job, just all of it. If I had just turned it and made that one choice and listened to everybody else, because I was scared. Because I was scared of the what ifs. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if this job's going to be good. I'm comfortable at my job now. I've been there for years and I've been comfortable there. So what if I go to this new job and it's terrible? Then you got to push yourself out. If you stay comfortable in the same place, you're never going to get where you want to be in life. If I just stayed comfortable and I turned down that job, I might not even be in school right now to be a therapist. I had to get in the field to see what I felt about it, to see if I liked it, to see if it was for me, to know even more, like, whoa, this is my purpose. Get in school and become a therapist. You love this. You love going to work every day. You love your clients. You love your coworkers. I am so grateful and blessed. But if I would have turned down that job like I was going to, I even told them I was going to turn it down and then called them back a day later begging, saying, oh, I was overthinking it. Please, is the job still, can I still have this job opportunity? Can I still give it a go and see? Thank God they said yes. I wouldn't have even known, like it took working in the field to see how much I loved it, and to see like, okay, this is what I want to do with my life. This is the field I want to be in. Psychology, helping people, therapists. Like I had the feeling when I was a kid, and now working in the field, now I'm getting the experience, and now I know this is what I want to do with my life. But had I turned down that job, I would never know all this now. I would never be on this path if I let fear hold me back and I stayed comfortable at that other job. And I'm so glad, because I've done that so many times in life. I've thought I wasn't good enough, or I let fear hold me back, and I've missed out on probably many great opportunities, and I don't want to do that anymore. And you shouldn't either. You're worthy of so many great things, and any person listening, it doesn't matter what you did in your past. I was a junkie. I was a piece of crap. I did terrible things when I was on drugs. But I'm not that person now. And I know that if I wasn't on drugs, and I wouldn't have did half those things I did. The drugs changed me, and I can change my character at any time. And that's what I'm doing. We grow in life. We make mistakes, but it's all about how we learn from them. That's what it's about. And am I going to keep repeating the same mistakes, or am I going to work towards like growing into the purpose that God has for me and the person that God wants me to be? I've changed a lot of things and I've grown, but I promise you guys, I still have a lot more things I need to work on, and that I'm trying to work on, and that I'm trying to heal from. So sometimes I get in my head, well, you're not even fully healed yet, so how are you going to get out? Like, I'll let that devil will get in my head. Well, how are you out here talking to people on podcasts about mental health when you still don't got your stuff all the way together? But guess what? None of us have it all the way together. In life, we are always working towards growing and changing. Like, you never stop doing that. And it takes time to heal from things, and it takes time to grow into the person that you're supposed to be. And I know in time, I am going to. But that's why I can't give up. And I can't let that devil in my head tell me that I'm not worthy of good things. I'm not worthy of great things. I'm not worthy of being a therapist because of that one thing I did back in the past when I was on drugs. So that means I should suffer for the rest of my life? No human should suffer for the rest of their life for a mistake that they made. The only way you should continue suffering, like, for example, when I was getting off drugs and nothing was working out for me because I kept relapsing, well, no crap. You haven't even went and tried to get help or get on the right path. So yeah, when you're doing the wrong thing and bad things in life, no, nothing's going to work out for you. I was not deserving of things working out for me at that time. It was when I finally realized, like, I need help. I need to get better. I need to get my shit together. And I worked towards getting help. That was when the blessings started coming, because I was finally making the right decisions, and I finally was ready to get off the drugs and get honest. I finally hit my breaking point. I finally had enough suffering. So don't get that twisted too. If you're still making like the same mistakes and getting high, like, no, nothing's going to work out until you work on yourself, you heal, go to rehab, do whatever you need to do. And I promise, once you work on yourself, everything else will flow naturally. I'm living proof of it. I never thought I would be where I am today, but I did the work, and I'm still doing the work because there's still a lot more things I need to work on. But I'm trying. I'm not giving up. So just know, whoever you are out there, whatever you did don't let that hold you back in life. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let judgments of others or judgments, because we judge ourselves the hardest. Don't let those judgments of yourself for mistakes you made in the past make you think that you're not worthy of something great today or following your dreams and ambitions, because you can do anything you want in this life. If you work towards it every day, you put in the energy into it, because we're not just going to have things handed to us in life. Trust me, I'm lazy. I would love everything to just be handed to me. I would love this podcast to just fly off the rails, but no, I have to put in the work. I have to keep posting. It's not just going to get handed to me. Like, I have to probably post more than I am every single day, but eventually I'll get there. And if I keep putting in the work, I'm going to manifest it. It's going to happen. That's what all of us have to do. If you want something, you got to work at it every day, or at least as much as you can throughout the day. And if you're not posting like, say your dream is like me, like getting big from YouTube, like if you're not posting every day, you need to be doing things like watching other motivational speakers. That's something my boyfriend taught me, like watching other people, watch the people you want to be like and learn from them. or learn their story and how they did it and got to where they are now. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Like, even though I'm not posting every day right now, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. Like, even while I'm at work, like, okay, you're working, you're in your office, multitask, put on a video and listen to it, a motivational speaker, and listen to it while I'm working, or listen to videos of how other people became journalists on YouTube. Because if that's what I aspire to be and want to be, I need to like watch other people that did it and see how they did it, so I know how to try to do it for myself. If we put in the work and the energy and we work at it, you can do anything in life. I promise you. It's just like riding a bike. Like, you're not going to learn it right away. You got to practice every day, and eventually you'll be able to ride that bike. Or learning to braid hair. I never thought I'd learn to braid hair. I haven't learned French braids yet, but I learned how to do regular braids, and that's a step in the right direction. Like, we forget. We always think like we just, like I said, we just want things handed to us, or we get lazy. Like, I don't feel like doing that. Well, then it's not going to happen for you. Nothing is just handed to us in life. You work towards it. You work hard. You fail 10 times. Eventually, you're going to get it. You have to fail to succeed. You hear about any motivational speaker you listen to or person that made it, none of them will tell you they just succeeded the first time. I've never heard, like, honestly, I've never heard anybody say that they succeeded or got something on the first try. I mean, maybe depends what it is. Like, if you get really lucky, like say you shot a basketball, you got it in the net the first time, like little things like that. But I'm saying when it comes toward like doing something big in life, like many people that are big now failed once, twice, some even 5, 10 times before they made it. So please don't get discouraged if you don't get it the first try. You keep putting in the work and you don't give up. I think that's the key and the goal, because so many times I gave up on things in life. Like, like even sports, like, oh, as a kid, I had no patience, no tolerance. Like, oh, I'm fat, I'm not good, I suck. But was I putting in the work and practicing as much as I should have been? No. And that's why I wasn't getting good, and I just gave up and quit. I did that so many times in life with so many different things, and I don't want to do that anymore. Because when we do that, we don't realize, like, we get tested in life. God's not just going to be like, yes, you're the best pro baseball player on the first try of the first game. No, he wants the people who he watches fail, but they keep working hard and they keep practicing every day, and then they get good. That's what God wants to see. He wants to see us work our hardest and put our heart and souls into it. And when he sees that we're putting in the work, then he wants the blessings to happen for us and us to get big. He doesn't want to just hand that to people who don't even appreciate it, who just want things handed to them and don't want to work to get there. That's not going to happen for any of us. Trust me, I'm lazy too. I want things handed to me on a silver platter. I don't want to put in the work, but I know I have to. And I know that after, when I reach that goal and I get there, I'm going to be so proud of myself for how hard I worked to get there. And I didn't give up. So that's what I'm trying to do with this podcast. And yeah, guys, I get really passionate on this topic. I could talk for hours, but I don't want the video to go like too crazy over, because I know a lot of people, like with my attention span, I'm not going to listen for, like when I listen to motivational speakers on YouTube, it's usually like 10 to 15 minute ones. So, if it's any longer, I usually break it up into a couple days. So sorry if I overtalk, but I just get really passionate on this topic, and trust me, we will definitely be having a part 2 on this, because it's so important. And I just want everybody to know that you are worthy of great things in this life, and you are worthy of being anything you want to be. And don't judge yourself for mistakes you made in the past. Just learn from the mistakes, grow, put in the work, and you can do anything in this life. Thank you to all my amazing supporters. I appreciate all the subscribers and the people out there listening. The goal of this is to just help others and reach others in the world, and let them know to not give up. Bye.